I'm here weeding up, just taking some weeds out of my garden. And a common thing I noted with all the plants that aren't thriving is that the weeds actually have these bulbs closely attached to the roots of my plant, because I'm also aerating the soil, which is basically just digging around it to give them some, air so that oxygen can go inside the soil and help to keep the plants healthy. So these are weeds that I took out, right? And they're closely attached to the roots of my plant, or in close proximity of the plant itself. So it's storing nutrients. So it's taking nutrients from the plant and storing it for itself so that it can continue to grow. So I'm gonna try and dig here and see what happens. Let's see if I can find any of those. Look, see? This is weed. And it's taking all the nutrients from my plants. So I'm gonna do this with, all my other plants. So this is dead. The weed took everything. So I'm gonna do this with my other plants that aren't thriving and see if I can, help them to survive. So this is why weeds are not good for your garden. I washed the different types of weed I have in the garden just so you can have a better view of how they look. You ever notice how the weeds in your garden grow faster and sometimes look better than the plants that you have in the garden that you actually want? Because these critters, they compete with your plants for nutrients. Now this type of weed, it stores the nutrients in what I'm calling bulbs. So it competes with my plants, and these were very close to my plants that were dying. This type, it's storing it in the bulb, and it competed with my plants. So now you're out. See? Competing with my plants and kill them off. This is a different type of weed that I have. The roots are shallow. This one was growing closely to my dill. This is not dill, but it was so close to my dill I almost got tricked. And the root for this one, it's deep. This is another one. The root is deep. So I almost got tricked thinking that this was dill, but it has no smell. It's not dill. And this is one of the reasons why I don't like the weed whacker. I use it, but I'm not a fan of it because it takes the top off, and then this healthy root is left to grow more weed. Now the chemical ones I don't like. They are effective because they seep deep down into the soil to kill the weed itself at the root level, but I need to trust what I eat. So I've never used chemical weed killer for that very reason. I don't trust them. So I manually pick the weeds out. Hopefully the plants that were dying can be revived.